Over the past couple of days, I have found myself having the conversation with subscribers about running mobile data through a real router. So what I've set up here for us as just a quick demonstration, running my Verizon 8800 MiFi. I'm running data out through a USB-C adapter to Ethernet. Fairly simple little adapter here. Plugs in the bottom of the MiFi. My Ethernet cable plugs into the back side of that, and then I can run that into the input, the internet jack, for the back of this TP-Link router. Now, the router you use is the router maybe that you have already laying around as an extra for you. What we want to happen here, the reason I'm having this conversation with folks is the router, the big boy router, handles your local data, the conversation from cameras to iPad or Android tablet, from your control device to your cameras. That's a lot of bandwidth that if we were streaming at a baseball game or an outdoor venue where we needed to run mobile data, that's a lot to ask of a little Verizon MiFi 8800. Running all of our data from the local part of the conversation here when we're trying to stream with multicam with several cameras at the same time, running all of that through our TP-Link is going to give us the freedom to let our mobile data device, our MiFi, just handle the upload stream. It's not having to handle all the other data, so we're not overloading it. Now, it will still be dependent on how crowded the venue is, if we're all hitting the same tower or not. Our upload speed will still have to be significant in order for us to get a successful stream out, but we can isolate the information being passed back and forth between camera and iPad to just a router, and that should help us get a stream out that's much more reliable while using something like multicam. If we're going to be running mobile data through a regular router, we're going to need a power source that will handle that kind of power output. So I'll refer you back to this power bank. I don't believe this one is available on Amazon anymore, but there are several that have an AC outlet like this one does. I'm plugged in here running to my TP-Link router. That's going to be one piece that we're going to need to add as far as equipment goes whenever we upgrade to a real router for this part of our setup. The MiFi will handle 2 cameras pretty much no problem in my experience, but when I try to add that third camera on just the MiFi by itself, it really kind of balks at me. One will drop out nearly all the time, and I can keep 2, but that third one will come in and back out even if I'm at a close distance. And so oftentimes I will then take and run another Ethernet cable out from my TP-Link router and then back into the USB-C port on one of my cameras, and I'll reduce the load even further there by maybe mounting my router close to my central camera, running an Ethernet cable from router to camera, and let the wireless part of it handle the talking back and forth between the other 2 cameras if I'm running a 3-camera system. So if I choose to stream via Wi-Fi, when it populates my list of networks, it's going to show me that I still have the Verizon MiFi as a choice. I don't choose that when I choose this TP-Link 5G that I have set up here next to me so that it can be the one that handles the local traffic.